Let's deep dive into how independent artists are giving the major labels a run for their money. I'll be more politically correct. Hi, I'm Andreea Gleeson. I'm the CEO of TuneCore, and let's put a spotlight on how the music industry is being democratized. So much possibility for independence is what the future holds. Over the last 7 years, the growth has been outstanding. So independents in 2015 were at 27.3%, and now they're at 29.3%. And self-releasing artists on platforms like TuneCore are up from 1.7% to 5.3%. This means that the sector that is growing the fastest is independents. The share of the market that the major record labels have is shrinking. TuneCore was the very first platform that introduced a flat fee distribution model where we didn't take a percentage of the music sales. And when we entered the business in 2006, we really disrupted the industry because it's the first time that kind of a concept had been introduced. And since then, we've really prided ourselves on really supporting independent artists and helping them to ultimately have all the tools that they need to be successful. We want to help enable them to experiment. We did a release of this back a year ago, which is social platforms, where artists can actually release to social media platforms first as a pre-step to distribution before they push it out into like Spotify and Deezer and Amazon. A great example is an artist, her name is Charlotte Sands. She was just getting into TikTok. Her manager was like, you have to do 3 TikToks a week. And she's like, fine, I'm gonna show a demo of this song that I just recorded in the studio just a few days ago, and let me just put it up on as my TikTok video. She went in for American Thanksgiving dinner. When she came out, it had blown up and gone viral. And everybody was asking, I need this right now, where is it? I need this on Spotify. And so she quickly rushed to put it out, and it was clearly like resonated with that audience, and that's what really kind of propelled her career. The best advice I give artists is experiment, experiment, experiment. Often, the music that artists think isn't ready is actually the music that the fans want. That has been the biggest change that I've seen. There's so much excitement, especially with younger listeners, finding that song that no one has heard before. And there's like this joy with it, like they found this like secret treasure. It's the rise of platforms that reward, constant creation coupled with the direct access to fans. And how those algorithms work is that if something is resonating with a certain audience, it will push it to more and more and more and more potential like viewers. And this is how things go viral. The digital platforms reward constant creation. If you put out a single, you're creating another moment. You can build up everything that's about to happen, give people a tease, hey, this is coming, then it comes out, you can then engage it, and then you do it with the next single. So you do single, 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 wrap it up in an EP with a couple bonus tracks, and then you do the album with a couple more bonus tracks, and that's your year. It used to be that there were 5 guys sitting around a conference table listening to 5 songs, and they'd be like, that's the one. Why should those 5 guys be the ones deciding it? Ultimately, the listeners should decide. Making the music industry more diverse is so important. There's a study called the Annenberg study that looks at what percentage of top charting music is made up of women and underrepresented groups, and only 25% of top charting music is from women. Only a quarter. But the US population is 50% women. We help them as we create spaces for them to participate. I'm very passionate about this because ultimately we want to see artists succeed based off of their merits. And that may look very different. Success looks very different. Not everybody's going to be Beyonce, but you might be a really big artist in your local market. This is what has been happening. It's no longer like, okay, you have a good voice, let's plop you in and make you a superstar. The listeners can smell it a mile away if it's not authentic. And authenticity is winning, and true talent is winning, and that's what's so exciting.